Hey there guys, it's your boy Mimi Gully bringing you a brand new video. And it's some big news, guys. We just had a YCS in, I believe, Sacramento, California, which typically is one of the larger venues for Yu-Gi-Oh! But as everyone that, seen on Twitch and YouTube on the live streams, the YCS was pretty dead. And there's a couple different things that contribute to that. It could be due to the Pokemon Championships that was taking place, and I don't want to sound like one of those guys that says the game is dying, but numbers do speak volume, and I think finally the Konami finally has acknowledged this. Now they did release this statement on their website. I'm gonna go ahead and just read it for you real quick. So it says 915 duelists have gathered at the Safe Credit Union Convention Center looking to kick off the 2025 season with a YCS victory. The next Forbidden and Limited list is slated for late August, making this the final event of the current format. At the National World Qualifier, we saw the prowess of Snake Eyes and Yuigioh, as well as Fiendsmith, mixing perfectly with a ton of strategies. It could be one of the last hurrah for these decks before the Forbidden and Limited list changes things up. Now, that's a huge statement. I don't really know if I've ever seen Konami come out and say something like this after a YCS, saying basically in a weird way admitting that they acknowledge there's a problem with the format. They acknowledge that there's overpower cards without saying it, without outright coming and saying, because it's still Konami. But it seems like they are starting. Maybe they're starting to listen. I think I also seen a survey about pricing, which is also a huge thing. But it looks like Snake Eyes, Yuigioh, Fiendsmith, some of their power cards may be getting semi-limited, limited. I can't really see anything too crazy getting outright banned, to be honest with you. At least not from Fiendsmith. I think they could safely hit Snake Eyes with some type of ban hammer and then maybe hit Yuigioh. But this is huge. So just, be on the lookout for the ban list. If you have some of these high rarity cards, maybe you might need to look into getting rid of them. But that's not the only thing I wanted to discuss. Someone that I follow and watch all their YouTube videos, named Jesse Cotton, has won this YCS. So congratulations, Mr. Cotton. This is amazing. Another YCS. I think this is your 7th victory. It was phenomenal watching you. You outplayed the opponent and got out of some very sticky situations. Dude, congratulations, my friend. Also, just throwing this out there, here's the prize card. He made a joke on this. I believe he says a new target for Snake Eyes or Bonfires or something like that. But no. Yeah, huge changes coming. This could be the start of Yu-Gi-Oh! Recovering, in all honesty. They get a good Forbidden and Limited list up. Start fixing the price support. I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in Dragon Ruler format, and I'm not saying that the price support was phenomenal, but I remember when Minerva, the only way to get that XYZ monster was by winning the YCS, or at least that version of it at the time. And then, I've seen it listed for, I think it was going for a couple grand at one point on eBay. But yeah, different things like that. Just, there's so many things they could do for prizing. I think if they just listen to their player base, or especially their content creators, and the competitors, and they just bring in a team. I remember a few years back, Blizzard, when World of Warcraft was struggling for the PvP aspect of the game, and it was slowly starting to die off. They brought in a bunch of World of Warcraft high ranked PvPers, and they ended up making some great changes that kept the game going, and it's still going today. And I think if the Konami does that, we could go back to having a healthy format and start having communities. I'm telling you guys, I'm tired of logging on Twitter, or X rather, and seeing people say that their card shop they've been going to for years closed down because they just can't make any money because no one's buying any of the product, no one's coming in and playing. I'm not saying Yu-Gi-Oh is the sole reason for that, but you know when your player base is dying and those people are forced to buy from vendors, thousands and thousands of dollars of product and it sits there on the shelf and they can't sell it, it does contribute in a very very negative way. But based on this message right here that they dropped, this is a good sign that maybe a healthy format is ahead of us and everyone can have fun in the game again. And it goes back to being what I would truly believe is a skill based game opposed to whoever's gonna be the meta sheep. And there's nothing wrong playing the meta deck, but there's thousands and thousands of cards for a reason. You know, maybe if someone wants to go up there with their Ice Barrier deck and potentially win a YCS, they should be able to do that and not have to play through 13 hand traps and then stop drop 13 hand traps onto the Snake Eye player and they still play through it. Anyway, enough ranting. Big news here. I just want to let you guys know that I am going to start streaming Master Duel. And speaking of Ice Barrier, I'm going to craft them from scratch. And I am going to try to get as high and ranked as possible. And I would love to see each and every one of you there. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for your support and watching the content. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And you guys have an amazing night. Bye-bye.